Hi. So, this is the update video I didn't want to make, and the reason behind that is it's going to be a very serious video, but I want to try and keep it under 10 minutes. Let me describe everything that's going on. The YouTube channel will be taking a backseat for longer than I thought it was going to. I've talked about wanting to make more videos. I think even in the last episode that I recorded, which I don't even know if I've made it public yet, I don't even know, but I was saying that I was back and I was ready to do this and all that, and then the Monday after, I went into work, and I had planned on when I got home uploading or recording and editing and uploading throughout the week 5 or 6 more videos because I was feeling ready to do this. And that Monday morning I was standing at my workstation, and I'm gonna take these off because that glare in my glasses is probably bothering you just as much as it's bothering me. I was standing at my workstation, didn't have a lot to do, and I started having really bad pain in my shoulder. Let me turn this so maybe I can look at y'all. Where's the thing at? I think it's right there. I was standing at my workstation, and I just started feeling pain in my shoulder blade, right in my right shoulder blade, and it was spreading down my arm. And it was going right down my arm, completely down into my hand, and my fingertips felt numb, and it was kind of moving slowly. Whenever you got a shock growing up for school, and it crawls down your arm and through your body, and it feels weird. It was that sensation, but it was a numbness pain situation where the joints would hurt, but my skin and my muscles were numb, if that makes any sense to you guys. But it went down my arm, and then it felt like it was going back into my body, and it went down my leg, and it started going up into the right side of my face. And I was texting my mom hey, this feels weird, this feels strange, what's going on with this? And she said, do you have work to do right now? And I said no, and she said, well, see if your boss will let you go home. And I was like, okay. So it's around lunchtime, and my mom picks me up from work. I've said this before, I'm 26 years old, but my mom lives in my guest room, and even in this case, it would be an emergency. So it's my mom came to get me from work. People would probably talk about that in the comments, but it's fine. But, so, I got home, and we got an appointment with my nurse practitioner. I probably should have went straight to the emergency room, but the hospital near my job is not the best, and I didn't know if it was covered under my coverage, my insurance. So, we went to the one closer to my house, which was 30 minutes away, and my nurse practitioner, he works in an office right next to that hospital, so we went to him first. Most of that had kind of went away. It was still there, I was still feeling the effects, because my face was still drooping, doing that. Not as strong as that, but I could feel it pulling. And my mom told me that my dad had Bell's palsy, which could cause numbness and nerve damage in your face that could slowly cause it to droop like that. And you can tell by the longer I talk, the higher my voice gets. Sorry about that. I've been kind of fighting something in my throat too. But we went to the nurse practitioner, and based on all the symptoms I gave him, he said that I might have had a mini stroke. He said next time something like that happens, go straight to the emergency room. He said It's mostly gone now, but it might not go away as quickly next time. And I don't if you see my eyes dart, it's because I know my camera's right here, but I want to look right here. And I'm recording this with my phone, so I'm sorry, if I keep darting my eyes back and forth. I just also feel kind of uncomfortable talking about this, but don't want to leave everybody hanging. So, he says that he wants to get a list of every single symptom that I'm having. Like, when I'm awake, when I'm asleep. He wants to know what hurts, what doesn't hurt, what's numb, what's aching. What's up with you? And I tell him everything that's going on, that I feel pain-wise, numbness-wise. And then I told him that I am extremely tired all the time. And he said that it could be chronic fatigue. But then he said, when do you feel the most tired? And I said, it's usually in the morning. And he said, well, yes, but I mean when? And I said, no, it's usually in the morning. I said, after lunch, I'm usually at 100%. I get up at 5:30, 5:40 in the morning to go to my job by 7, and I basically just, I don't know how to say this. This was a few weeks ago. I feel extremely tired. So, I feel kind of tired, groggy, foggy in my head, and he says, do you toss and turn in your sleep? I said, yes. He said, have you been tested for sleep apnea? I said, no, but if it's something you can not inherit, what's the word I used? It was something my parents had it so I could get it. Then my dad had sleep apnea. And he said that he wasn't sure about that, but he said that maybe that's something we need to test for. And I basically said, okay, so I just did a sleep study last night. I'm doing night 2 of the sleep study tonight, finishing it before I go to work tomorrow. And just sum everything up, I had a mini stroke 3 weeks ago, and then I had a smaller one about maybe another 2.5 weeks ago. One was on a Monday, and then the other one was on a Wednesday or a Thursday. I can't remember fully because I'm kind of foggy still. And he's doing the sleep test to see if I'm having seizures in my sleep. And I know this video is kind of sad in a way or anything. This isn't a pity party, subscribe because you feel sad. This is nothing like that. This is not a pity party. This is not anything like that. This is me giving you an honest update on this channel. That I had big plans for the end of the year. The Pokemon Ruby randomizer was going to be finished by the end of this month. And then I was going to do 12 episodes of Pokemon Christmas in December. And basically, I was going to pre-record at least 5 episodes of that, and then pre-record a few more and then do them daily as it got closer to the 12th day. And I was probably going to do an hour-long video or 2-hour-long video of the post-game, because I thought about doing that too. And it ended up, it's just not going to be happening. If I do finish any gameplay this year, it will probably just be finishing off that Ruby series. Because I want to go into 2026, not pushing myself. You're probably thinking, you did 2-3 videos in like 3 or 4 weeks. What do you mean pushing yourself? Well, pushing myself outside of the channel. I've been working extra hard trying to do what I can to get everything working around in my life, personal life. On YouTube, y'all just hear me talk about mermaid cardboard, like Marincess cards, obviously. And like you hear me talking about like hobbies and interests and funny stories that I want to tell. On the other side of the camera, I'm not doing good or too well health-wise. And I know a good chunk of it is my weight. I'm 5'11", I weigh 290 pounds, and yes, like a good chunk of that is muscle, but I do have a gut. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I have a gut. I'm overweight. And for 26, I am in the highest level of, I think the second or third highest level of obesity. I think my BMI is like 28, something like that. And I don't even know what the number is. I think they said it was like 28 when I looked it up. But basically, I've had a lot of health issues this past month or so, and when you would get an upload onto the channel, it's because I was feeling okay that day. Instead of feeling okay for a couple of days, I had 1 or 2 good days here and there. And I'm supposed to go to a neurologist soon. The sleep study for my second night is tonight. I'm meeting with my nurse practitioner again this Thursday, and I have a bunch of other stuff going on. And it's just, I never thought these health issues would hit me this early on in life, because they can hit you at any time, I know that, but it's just difficult. But I've already kept y'all here for nearly 12 and a half minutes, so I'm just going to tell y'all that I'm going to do everything I can to get myself back to, if not 100%, damn near close to it, and try and start next year on the channel by getting maybe 2 or 3 videos out a week. I want to do that. You guys want to see that, for the ones that do watch the videos. I want to do better, and hopefully I'm making eye contact right now because I'm looking at the little dot right here. I want to do better, and I want to be better and feel better. So the channel will probably take a backseat for the rest of the year, unless I finish the RWBY series. Of course, I do want to leave that open for you guys. But yeah, just a lot of health issues been going on, and I have, damn it. There's more to come, and everything will be okay. Just, if you can give me some time, then at some point I'll give you some content, and maybe every now and again I might do a TCG Pocket Pull video. We'll see. But regardless of all that, I hope everyone has a great day, or a great night, or having a good afternoon, wherever you are. And I'm not going to do the regular outro because this isn't an episode. I'm just going to tell you guys the same thing I say at the end of every episode. Besides the outro, is that I hope all of you out there take care, because believe me, I'm trying to. See you guys next time.